Okay, now I'm going to show how to set up the earliest start and finish time and latest start and finish time in a table format. So we did this in the network in the previous video. Okay, so now we're going to do this in a table form. Okay, so we have the activities. So let's get the time. Expected time is from there. All right, so center that. So let's get the variance. Okay, copy that. Okay. Now we need the predecessors for each activities to properly set up this table. So I'm going to go to sheet 1 and bring in copy paste the immediate predecessors from there. Let's put it here so we can refer back to the predecessors. Okay, so here is the starting block, if you will, and that's our ending block. Okay, so like that and that. Okay, starting block time is 0, okay, because we are doing this on a relative basis. Okay, so the earliest start time for the two activities, okay, the first activity no predecessors, so it is 0. Okay, and the same for B. B also has no predecessor, so the starting block number is our start time. Now the earliest finish time is the start time plus the expected activity duration, and that formula is the same for all activities. So actually we can go ahead and copy it right then and there. Okay, so of course right now the numbers are not correct because we have not set up the ES values fully yet. Now C, the predecessor is A, so the finish time of A is the start time of C, so that finish time of A is the start time of C, and D is the finish time of B. Okay, for E it is the finish time of C, and same for F, finish time of C. Now for G it is D and E. So remember, we have to use formula here and not simply eyeball and see which one is larger and use that cell, because things could change. So D, the finish time of D and finish time of E. Okay, and then for H it is F and G. So finish time of F and finish time of G. All right, so let's center this. So these are the finish times. So for each activity, so finish time for the project, okay, is, we can do a couple of ways. One is to look at what the end activities are. So there is only one, which is H. So the finish time of H is your finish time of the project, or you can simply use max function, so that would also work. So if you simply say max of all the finish times, that will automatically give you the finish time of the project. Okay, so that is our forward pass. The backward pass, so goes from latest finish backing into the start time. Okay, so the latest finish time here for the last activity, there is only one, but if there are more than one, you will use this cell C59 as the latest finish time for all the activities that represent the end of the project. Okay. and the start time is finish time minus, so we have to back out from the finish time to get the start time. And G, okay, so now here we need the successors. So here we had the predecessors here, so let's call it just predecessor. We need successors to be able to complete the backward pass. So how do you get the successors? All right, so what we need to do for that is you look at for which activity a given activity is a predecessor. So look for A, okay, look at A is a predecessor for what? Okay, so A appears as a predecessor for C. So C is the successor for A. Okay. Now what about B? Okay, so B appears here. B is the predecessor for D, then D is the successor for B. Okay, now next is C. Now C appears twice, E and F. So this will be E and F are the successors for C. Now D appears only once for G, right? And E appears once for okay. E appears once for G. Okay. F appears for H. G appears for H. Now H doesn't appear as a predecessor for anything at all. So it is just nothing. Okay. So now with the successes done, now we can set up our, all right. So for G, the successor is H. So the start time for H, okay, and well, let's set this up. Latest finish time minus the activity time. So we copy that. Okay. And for F, it is H. For E, it is G. G is that. For D also it is G. For C there is 2, so we have to use the min function, E and F, just these two. Okay. For B it is D. For A it is C. And the latest start time goes back to 0. Now slack is latest finish time minus earliest finish time. Okay. Or you can use latest start time minus earliest start time. That will work as well. All right. Now critical or not, you can say if slack is 0, all right, then it is critical. Let's put a 1 for that. Otherwise 0. Okay. So 1 means critical, 0 means not critical. Okay. So this is Same thing like what we did here, except that we are doing it in a table format.